Okay, so while you're getting set up for this tactical
We're gonna get ourselves
ambush,
a new gun.
Yep, that drone should be all geared out. Let's talk about the modes that we want to see. Here's one that I would love to see. There's already a tactical 4v4 mode that is planned and hopefully will be released for the game. I would love to see them take advantage of A, the vehicles, and B, the size of the map. I would love to have them a 4v4 tactical mode that is taking use of the entire map, where we have to rush to hunt a single target. Let's say they spawn Team A on the extreme north side and Team B on the extreme south side, and the boss is in the middle. I would love to see them race, and you can take out the enemy, have them have an increased respawn timer, and then...
That's really interesting. Like, a fight for the point, or get to the point, or do something first. But that'll be interesting to balance the map out, though, by the way. Like, in other words, who has the better side of the map?
You'd have to, like,
maybe
equidistant helicopter. You have to get in there.
Or maybe you get to choose. It's like you stand there. There's a copter, there's a plane, there's a vehicle, there's a car, and they're all sweet. And you as a team can actually go in all of them, but, like, you might just be racing almost like why am I forgetting the name of Ubisoft's racing game that they released across the country? Tell us in chat. You'll tell us. The crew. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, it's funny. It has maybe a little bit of that going on. Sorry, everyone. You're just seeing bushes right now. My drone ran out of juice.
Yeah, I would love to see them leverage what they have here. I think that a lot of the times developers in this space become intimidated and want to compete with other popular modes in other games. But I think like Survival for the Division is a good example of them looking at what they have. They have this great PvP or PvE gameplay, this good PvP gameplay, sandwiching the two and making something work in terms of a pure gameplay mode. And with Ghost Recon, it's about this huge open world that is easily traversable and all these crazy things. It's almost like that one scene in Predator. You know, that's kind of like the Far Cry style thing where you're taking out an outpost and a base. But over this huge world, I think they could get really creative with the PvP/PvE modes. And also, just having 8 players in a single thing would be cool, especially when they're competing and being like, oh, I have eyes on the enemy squad, and everybody stops what they're doing and looks in that direction. That could be fun.
That could be cool. Yeah.
Also, I would like to see a death race style thing where maybe teams of 2 get in a truck similar to that with a Vulcan minigun on the back and kind of have to race but also shoot each other at the same time. So,
yes, like exactly. There's so much potential in this game. And in chat, light us up. Let us know, what you're thinking. What modes do you want to see? But what I like about Wildlands, and I think it's what everybody has to like about Wildlands. This has been in development for a long time. I think that's where, some of our expectations were very high on what it would be. But where I'm going with this is the world is really nice. It's huge. The mountainous territory. There are these little, this is like a little warehouse, railroad stop. It all feels very real. And in other words, you can drive, you can fly.
Sure.
It's got weather. And so, I would love to see the modes really take advantage of that. You gave a perfect example with sort of that tactical racing cars to a point. But you could do other stuff on boats. You could do other stuff which is a stealth thing, meaning all of the above. I would love to see it take advantage of that for sure.
Here is a feature the chat wants. Both Paul Roberts and Mr. Great 50 Cal would love to see a grappling hook in the game.
A grappling hook.
A little Just Cause
and
action.
I tell you why.
It's kind of like
I know exactly why he's saying that, because honestly, getting up the side of a mountain sometimes is really annoying.
Yep.
And look at how decked out you are, and you can't even get up the side of a mountain sometimes.
Sure.
Sometimes it's a small jump over a wall too, right? This is a great example. Okay, I can do that one. Some of them it's like a foot or two higher,
sure,
and I'm like,
you can't get over.
Come on, man.
Just grapple up there.
Yeah.
I actually think
that's a good idea.
The Just Cause physics-based tether gun would also work wonders in a setting like this. I think they've built an interesting world. I think they've populated it with somewhat repetitive, albeit somewhat fun gameplay. I think they need to execute on that in the future and figure out what their best steps forward are, whether that be a mechanism like a grappling hook or a certain mode or something like that. In terms of PvE modes, though, and we're talking about future content here and what we want to see, I would love to see some incentive to use something other than an assault rifle. So I would love to see more missions in a CQB style. Oh, and
that's it. Jigs up, everybody. Oh, no. I'm out of ammo.
Yeah, that gun is brutal to use.
Sorry, say that again.
Okay, so CQB, close quarters battle.
Oh, yeah.
So, an incentive for me to use one of the 20 shotguns, or 10 shotguns, or however many shotguns this game has. Mix it up and give me that intel before I go on a mission. So it's like, here's a randomly generated mission. This is going to have really, really tight quarters, and you're going to need to outfit yourself for that. So then I go to my loadout, I change everything, I decide to take a different gun, swap out my secondary for a shotgun, maybe even like a shotgun pistol or something. Helicopter's up there.
Yep.
You could probably knock it with a grenade launcher. Okay, so the Division's Underground basically allows you to create these randomly generated 4-player dungeons, essentially, with these modifiers on it. That would be really cool in here to randomly create a mission that's like, okay, you need to kill this guy, but from 400 meters out. And then you have to figure out, how am I going to do that? What weapon should I take? How is my team going to support me in doing that? Maybe you all have to simultaneously assassinate 4 targets. Additional challenge past the base gameplay, because we were talking before that it's just like, go interrogate this guy, find out what he knows, go somewhere else, destroy a base, rinse, repeat.
Yep.
And there's so much more they could do without a ton of resources invested, I think.
Yep. So yeah, it seems like people agree with this. Race mode's a no-brainer, and they've talked about it. I think that it's funny. I keep bringing back Destiny, but we said the same thing, and then we got like Sparrow Racing League. Then it kind of was like only you couldn't do it in the open world.
Sure.
That's a specialized mode that only comes back. But yeah, like I think legit in this game, a race mode would be really neat, especially. If you could just, you're racing planes or copters. Like, take advantage of this sandbox. That's what it has going for it, 100%.